Welcome, RoundTable family, to another jam-packed episode of the Sports RoundTable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, as always, joined by my co-host, Coop and Big Boy, and our special guest, Kobe Adam Sherry, joining us again. As promised, like last week, 2 times in a row. Someone just hit big at the casino. Someone just hit big, but man, we got a packed episode. Of course, all things NFL. Talk a little bit of March Madness. That's getting going with the Sweet 16 tonight and tomorrow. Talk a little bit about the rule changes in the NFL. Coop's got some stuff for us on that. And then, of course, when you got figuring out the 40, bringing it back this week over with Big Boy and the things going on down there in Austin. But how are we doing, boys?
Pretty good. I'm glad to see Cope's face again, man. I love Cope.
Man, I feel glad to be back.
So. Wish I could say the same.
All right. Well, I could have sworn that we had a truce last week.
That's right, we do. I apologize.
Truce off. Off.
All right.
Oh,
well, speaking of last week, it was a great episode. If you missed it, like they're saying, they just kind of teased it. Go back and watch it. It was a very interesting one. It led to our most viewed short clip on YouTube.
They liked it.
Just over 10,000 views.
There's a lot of people that like to talk about the Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Let me tell you, you either love it or you hate them. So
yeah, it happened, and the clips are still rolling out. All the socials, right down on the bottom. I think they should be right next to Big Boy's left. I think that is. Point to your left, Big Boy. Yep, right on Big Boy's left. All the socials are right there. So. But we'll throw it on Kobe. He's got some.
It made me think for a second. I did have to think.
You're like,
I had to think him where I usually put him, But we're gonna go over to Kobe. He's got a little, Adam Sherry draft talk. He was just at the league meetings down in Florida, getting all the inside scoop. What do you got?
Man, I think this draft is gonna be awesome. I think it's such a QB needy league right now. I wouldn't be surprised, dude, if the first 4 picks are – I think the first 3 for sure. I'm thinking 1, lock. 2, Jaden Daniels to Washington seems like a lock. And then 3, man, is where it could get interesting. I see J.J. McCarthy over Drake May. I don't personally get it, but me personally, man, I think the Patriots pick May at 3, and then after that is kind of where the draft actually starts. For receivers, everyone has what's his name, right?
Marvin.
Malik Neighbors will get drafted as the first wide receiver.
You think over Marvin?
Dude, he's tearing up.
Yeah.
He's a stud, man.
He ran a 4.2 something today or yesterday, right? 4.25.
Yes. And he's got silky smooth routes and great. I would take him over Harrison all day. He's a stud.
He's a little thicker than I thought too.
Yeah.
That's what some people have been saying.
Pause. Whoa.
No puffy. No puffy.
No boo.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, so crazy how the league is shifting, man. First 3 picks to me, it's going to be quarterback. The next 2, wide receiver, because I don't see Harrison dropping past 5. It's the Chargers picking there, and I mean, they don't have Keenan Allen now. They don't have Mike, so I think that's a lock right there.
Yeah, the Chargers are definitely going wide receiver.
Yeah,
it's gonna be who they prefer. It's probably, I mean, who knows if they're one of those teams that sees the LSU guy over him, but that's also been some of the talk. Obviously, like Harbaugh's going to be hyping up his quarterback a little bit, but he's been really hyping him up because he wants them to go top 4 so they get one non-quarterback prospect at 5.
Yeah, right.
That's a steal.
Smart on that's smart.
Well, the Cardinals aren't going to take a quarterback.
No.
That
to me is where the draft starts and could be the first trade, right? Maybe the Patriots trade back, but Cardinals I think the
Cardinals got 4, New England got 3.
And I did a mock with trades. So I have the Vikings who
Trading
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
Yeah. They're going to trade up
It's
to
a
4 and draft the quarterback.
pick 11 and pick 23, JJ McCarthy. I mean,
Yeah, no, the top those
yeah.
quarterbacks are going to go top 4, if
Yeah.
not like top 6 or 7.
Top
Someone's
5 or
gonna
6,
trade up.
right?
Going back real quick on your point code with the Chargers, with Neighbors and Marvin Harrison, is Harbaugh really gonna go pick a Ohio State receiver? Hell no, hell no.
He had to play him, so he knows how good he is.
That exactly. That to me makes it even more likely because
No, I
he
know.
played him a lot.
It would just be weird to see him go pick a Ohio State receiver. That's kind of weird to think about.
What if he just trades Justin Herbert and draft?
Dude, I keep seeing that.
That would be wild. He would
picture if he traded Herbert, drafted his quarterback.
What do you think he could get Herbert for, though?
Oh, multiple first round picks because he's way better than Dak. Multiple first round picks.
See, I thought you weren't going to start this.
He had to throw the jab.
Yeah, because his one.
You have to get a little shot in, you know.
Yeah,
one
he's just dominating.
One fit I liked a lot, man. I like y'all's boy Murphy. I like him at pick 13 to the Raiders.
I've seen that.
Him in the D tackle. Him and Christian Wilkins.
Could you imagine that D line?
Wilkins and
Crosby?
And Crosby.
Usually when stuff like that happens, you think them drafting a D tackle would be the last pick. If they got Murphy and Wilkins and that's the best D line in the league.
They might be trying to move up too, though, to get a quarterback.
I could see that, but they have Minshew, and I saw the other day that their coach said something about who's the QB who played there?
The Favre. Yeah, well, he looks like the dude from Super Troopers with the mustache.
Yes,
I can't remember his name. Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
he said he deserves to.
Aiden.
Yeah, so
O'Connell. Yeah,
I could see a trade up there, but and then man, to me the best fit of the whole draft, and I hate this because I hate the Colts to death, but at pick 15. If the tight end from Georgia, Brock Bowers, falls to 15, that's the steal of the freaking draft. And he fits that offense, and they need a tight end so bad. That would be a perfect fit, dude. Perfect. I don't know if he –
To where? Sorry.
To the Colts.
The Colts.
At pick 15, which maybe teams are scared to draft a tight end so high now because of the whole thing with Pitts and he might fall. I don't know, but
what about the Giants?
They have
what pick are they?
Six. Man, Giants.
That could be another team that trades up for a quarterback. It
could because Waller just retired, but at the same time, the Giants have so many holes, dude, on that line.
Waller retired?
Line is offer. Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't see that. And he's young, man.
And quarterback, too. Yeah. There's been talk of them just going.
They should go quarterback, but it seems like
they owe Daniel Jones a lot of money.
Yeah, dude, I don't get it, man. Very, very high amount of offensive tackles, man. I could see 6 to 8 of them in the first round, led by the kid from Notre Dame, Joe Alt. Dude, he's a freaking monster. Just a few more, man. I like Brian Thomas a lot.
Oh, the wide receivers are loaded.
Dude, I saw something about that kid. He's only been playing football for like 3 years or like 4 years maybe. He just led the SEC in touchdowns. He's a monster, man. He's really good. I got him. I got him going to Cincinnati. I don't know. I could see that happening. Him and Chase. I guess I'll say the pick for the Cowboys. I mean, I don't really care to. I actually got y'all taking Mitchell from Texas. Y'all need a receiver. Y'all need a receiver.
They need linemen and defense to me more than
Big boy, what do you think the first thing they go with then?
I think they should go with linemen. If there's not another tackle out there, maybe trade back and wait for a guard or
Smith
something.
Is gone, huh?
So something on the O line.
Yeah, they need offensive linemen. They need defensive linemen. I mean, receivers are a big deal, but if you got CD and Cooks is still there, right? So I mean, you can.
Brandon Cooks sucks, man.
Yeah, but he is who he is. I mean,
and there's so many wide receivers that.
Yeah, it's a deep. Wide receivers are becoming, unless you're an elite, it's kind of like you can find them. That's what I was going to say though. What about Minnesota trading Justin Jeffries?
I think they will. I'm expecting it to happen. Like if
they trade him and they could definitely get another first and they could just start over.
2 firsts. I guarantee he's that good. But the thing with him, man, he's gonna want to get paid like 30 mil plus a year or something.
That
crazy.
Ain't your problem if you get rid of him, though. Yeah.
But
the thing is, I don't think
not many teams.
None of the teams. I don't know if any of the teams in the top 10 would be willing to trade that top 10 pick that whenever they need a quarterback for him to pay that contract.
Well, yeah, we're just talking about all the receivers that it could go. I mean,
not in the top 10.
At least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Is he better than Marvin Harris? I would say so.
They're about $100 million cheaper.
Yeah, no doubt.
But and 2, I think
and the Chargers already got money issues too. So
yeah, I think if Minnesota can get up from 11 to take one of those 4 quarterbacks, they're going to do that because you got like their O line, I think, decent or above average. So like with Justin Jefferson and some of the other dudes, I mean, Jordan Addison, like you got to really, but you got to really be a bust at quarterback not to go over there and at least play average.
Yeah.
With what they have prepared and ready for
you. Who's their running back now?
They signed Cook
last year again.
No.
Right? Oh
no,
it's Jones. It's Jones now.
Yeah, it's Aaron Jones.
Oh, from the Packers.
Yep.
Sorry, I said Cook. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a couple years ago, man.
Yeah.
So, Aaron Jones. I mean, so that even further the point. Like, and
dude,
I saw the coach go on the McAfee show the other day. They had him talking down there at the meetings, and they were kind of trying to jab at him on talking about quarterbacks and trying to get some stuff out of him. And I think that's definitely what they're trying to do is trade up to get one of those.
Do y'all think Caleb is a 100% no bust? Is he like the guy from the Colts or whatever? What's his name? Luck or something like that? Do you consider him that like that?
Oh man, I so don't, in terms of talent, 100%. He's the most talented quarterback we've seen since Pat Mahomes. I mean, you can say all you want about the kid, all the extra shit. He's really good, dude.
That's pretty
talent.
Well, even Pat Mahomes coming out, he wasn't the number 1 quarterback taken. I mean,
and this dude makes Pat Mahomes type throws right now in college. He's made some throws that will blow your mind, dude. He's got the best arm in the draft by far. Oh
yeah.
It's just a different game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different.
Yeah, it's way. So he will go to Chicago, and if they don't give him a good offense, and it sounds stupid, but if they don't like help him mature more mentally, he's fucked. Because
I don't know if you can do that. I mean, how can you make a kid mature?
Not make him mature, but just
surround him with the right people.
Exactly.
Couple vets, like, hey, this is how you need. But will he listen? Because there's a lot of quarterbacks that come out, motherfucker, I'm the first draft pick in the world. I know what I'm doing. Like,
and
like
he
he'll
see,
listen.
Then he'll
he
see a couple
seems
years and that's
he
it. So
seems like that type of kid who would be like, I don't give a shit what y'all have to say, blah blah blah. But
and I don't know. Go ahead. I don't know if it's
The-
true, but they said like there are reports coming out of USC, and this might be other teams. Like this is deflection season,
right.
saying that like literally he wouldn't talk to Kingsbury, he wouldn't talk to anybody. The only person he talked to was Lincoln Riley, and that's it. That's the only dude who's going to tell me what to do.
So
is that true or not? I mean,
I don't know, but I do know this. Cliff Kingsbury was trying to get the Chicago job. So
yeah,
why would he want that job, or at least try to get it or have interest?
well, because
if
it's
he
a head
knows-
coaching job.
No.
Oh,
He
it was for
no.
the OC
Yeah.
Oh, for the OC. Okay.
Yeah.
before he went
But
to
then
the Raiders.
they transitioned over, so then he went to pick 2. So
Yeah.
but he's really good, man. I don't care what he's got, crazy arm talent. He's great outside the pocket, makes great throws, but there's something about him that personally, pick 1, I would not take him. Hell no. I would take Drake May. I think
Oh
Drake
my
May's a
God.
lock. I think Drake May's a lock, dude.
I don't.
He's
I think he's
so-
overrated.
Dude, I've seen so much. He's a gene. He's very smart, and he did great in all the pre-drafts. Great kid, great. And if you watch his film, he's a stud. So I mean,
I think he's going to end up falling to the 4th quarterback taken.
really,
I think
you think
McCarthy-
JJ McCarthy?
I don't think he should be, but I think that's the direction it's headed. Yes.
Something about JJ, man. He just wins, dude.
And even like if you look at like which obviously it's hard to look at betting odds for it, but obviously they know some stuff because
Mhm.
it's closer. Even for him even for JJ at the number 2 spots, just gone up. And
Oh yeah,
Daniels,
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw.
And after
that.
what Purdy did, like, now we need like this, he's more of a game manager is what they try to like label them as, which I think is stupid way to make a quarterback because every
Right.
quarterback is a game manager. But like, like he's like safe, like, yeah, he's a winner. He's, kind of like Purdy was,
I think it's it's going to be all about what system for him. I think for him
Exactly.
and for him and Drake Maine, it's about what system. I think for Caleb Williams and Jalen Daniels, they can go to whatever team and kind of play ball themselves. But for Drake Maine and McCarthy and JJ, it's going to be like the team. Like I think for JJ, if he can fall go to the Vikings, like I think that's the best spot.
Oh yeah, that would be
easy.
automatic.
Yeah. Like I think that's the best potential spot for McCarthy is the Vikings. I think.
Who did the Bears get as receiver? They got from the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen, yeah. That's big.
And DeAndre Swift.
Also,
didn't they get a tight
Broncos,
end? Yeah, they have 2 tight ends.
The Broncos are up there, man. Top 10.
Yeah.
They need a quarterback too. So there's about 5 or 6 teams
doesn't
up
go
there,
to the
man.
Patriots.
Huh?
I just hope Drake Maine doesn't go to the Patriots. I just feel like that's I feel like that's a Mac Jones.
Mac Jones 2.0 right there.
They've been saying that the reports like Patriots might trade back,
Mm-hmm.
and not go for a quarterback this year, really. But
I can see that. I could see them trading pick 3 to like the Vikings or the Broncos or maybe someone crazy like the Raiders. Picture if the Raiders traded up for a top quarterback. That'd be crazy.
I saw a thing like, what about if the Bears just decide first pick Marvin Harrison, and then with their other pick in like late first round or early second draft like Penix or Bo Nix,
dude,
with all those
I think that would be stupid.
Trade out of that pick.
They should if they were going to do that, they should have just kept Justin Fields.
They should have kept Fields.
That's what I think. I think they should have traded that first pick for a lot of picks.
When we talked about that, big boy, I agree with you with keeping Justin, and then you go and find a dog to get with him. Like,
and
could have found 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have got an extra pick, trading the first one. Trade back with
New England
trade back with
Yeah.
like New England or someone.
or Minnesota. You could have got
Yeah.
both of their picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's those like 2 or 3 QBs, man, like Bo Nix, Michael Penix, and there's one more, but I it's not. But there's 3 of them that could go a lot higher than people think. Like
I like Penix. I
me
like
too, dude.
him.
Him and okay. I get Bo Nix in the hate, but he's got accuracy, and you cannot teach that. That kid is an accurate thrower. He's might be the most accurate thrower in the draft. I could see a team falling in love with a team like the Raiders, or maybe someone like the Broncos if they trade back, or I could see a team drafting a Bo Nix or a Penix like top
Or
15.
Minnesota getting them
I
late.
think yeah,
top
that's what I was about-
15.
That's what I was about to say is Minnesota if they're not able to get into the top 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I pulled up the quarterbacks to see who else you're thinking of. So obviously you got Caleb, Drake, Jaden, JJ for the top 4, and then you got Penix, Bo Nix, and then after that you got the Tulane dude Pratt or Michael Pratt is up there as one of the next ranked guys. You got Spencer Rattler, Jordan
Dude,
Travis.
where is
Spencer
Joe
Rattler.
Milton? Where is Joe Milton? I don't understand the hate for that guy.
on this quarterback ranking? Well, this is just player rankings in general. He's ranked as 346. He's behind Sam.
Damn.
Hartman. He's behind Sam Hartman, Devin Leary from Kentucky.
What?
Dude, 6'5", 250, and he
Tua's
ran a
brother,
4.5.
Spencer.
And he can throw 90 yards. What are the fuck are teams, dude? I don't care if he hasn't ever succeeded. 6'5", 250, a 4.5, and can literally throw the ball 90 yards. You put him on the right team, there could be something.
You remember
That's
2
wild.
years ago, or was it 2 or 3 years ago?
Oh,
when
he was
Spencer.
yes.
Well, you remember when Spencer was going to be
Spencer
the
Rattler?
#1 quarterback
yeah.
coming out?
I'm very high on Rattler.
I think that's going to be a steal for somebody, man.
Me too.
And I don't like
too.
him, but
Me too.
They have Rattler and Michael Pratt as the next 2 quarterbacks after that group of 6.
I could see Rattler, man,
Fox
going
has
late round 2.
Yeah, that's what Fox has. Fox has Pratt going early round 3, and then they got round 2 Spencer Rattler, Bo Nix early round 2, and Penix early round, or maybe even round 1.
Wow.
Late round 1.
There's a lot of quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
I could see Rattler getting drafted by a team who has a quarterback in place, but they're not sure about that QB.
like the Cowboys.
Exactly.
And seriously though, I thought about that. If you could get him like in the 3rd,
I don't think they will.
why wouldn't you?
I don't think they will. They wasted then they would have wasted a 4th round pick on Trey Lance last year.
True.
What's Trey Lance?
I could see like the
4th round.
Saints. I could see the Saints, man, like
Penix,
a round 2 pick.
Stay home, Penix.
Yeah. Could see the Seahawks too.
Stay home.
Huh?
Penix to where? New Orleans?
Don't worry about it.
He ain't from New Orleans.
I was thinking about the Tulane guy.
Let's say he's from Tampa.
Sorry. You can go to the Dolphins, back up to it.
Tua's gonna.
Tua might die out there.
2 lefties.
Tua's one more hit from dying. So I don't know what y'all are saying. They need a quarterback too. Shit.
I can see the Rams round 2, I mean,
They're gonna
Stafford.
need. There's gonna come a time when who's their backups?
It was the dude from Georgia, and I don't know what the hell happened to that kid.
Stinson Bennett.
He went.
No, he went to the Rams, but then he was on like personal leave all season. And I saw
He
a
was
thing.
never like that to me.
I saw a
honestly.
thing yesterday or today that like they think he's going to be back this season.
He likes to party, huh?
Oh, he gets.
He's a wild boy. He gets down, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. He is like Johnny Manziel, but smart. So
Yeah, it doesn't get caught. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be a very exciting draft. I can't wait. And the Texans are unleashing 3 new uniforms. So
When
I hope they got some baby blue ones, man. I want to see y'all in that.
I think on draft night, I could be wrong. It's either leading up to the draft, like the 2 or 3 days before it, or it's on draft night.
What day is the draft? What is it?
I don't know. Is it like April 28th?
Like a month from now? Something like that?
April 25th,
April 25th.
Yeah.
So, right under a month.
first round.
It's cool.
It's literally the best time of the season.
Thursday night, yeah.
Oh, and last thing, I keep seeing Xavier Worthy going to the Chiefs. Xavier Worthy will not go in the first round. Watch. His speed is the only reason that he's even being talked about going in the first round. His tape, man, there's some flashes, but there's a lot of tape that he's just And Cooper, I agree with you now about Mitchell.
Thank you.
I see what you mean. That dude, I'm not saying I wouldn't draft him, but I wouldn't draft him as high as people are saying, simply because of that. He takes plays off.
You know when the ball is going to him and when it's not.
No,
That's easy.
literally.
At that level, you're gonna have corners not gonna know. They're
So
gonna be like, oh, okay.
That's what you meant, though.
Cool.
Right? Yeah. Right.
No, he's just mad because he used to like kind of pout if he didn't get the ball and shit. But
Well, that too. No, but
and that's receiving.
There's plays that there's a play on the other side of the field. He's standing there watching. Like,
No,
go
right.
freaking run and make a block.
Well, that and I saw a play where he is running a route. Quarterback hasn't even thrown the ball yet, and he literally just stops. Like, he just stopped. So,
well,
It's fine,
the pick in the first drive against OU was this past year was on Mitchell as well.
Yeah.
because it was
I
a
agree with
shitty
that.
ran route.
Ran a half-ass.
well, and
slant
also
out.
Quinn looked at it the whole. I mean, he
Yeah,
was
he
looking
did.
right at
He
us, and I
he
was looking at Quinn
we
in
were
the
right
eyes.
there.
Like,
He
the
was
ball's
making
coming.
eye contact with Big Boy.
I
the
was
whole
like,
time.
bro, like I knew it was coming.
Yeah, but he let that dude just blow him up and pick it
Oh
off.
yeah. Yeah.
He'll go first round. There's no way.
No,
way.
he's really talented. I mean,
He
he won
will.
2 national championships. He went to the playoffs 3 times in a row. So, I mean, he scored every single game in the playoffs the past 3 years. So, you can't take anything away from him talent-wise, but yeah. We'll see.
I don't know. I think if somebody like the Chiefs who want somebody really fast and they got other, I do think that Worthy would be perfect.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Think about freaking Patty doing the Patty special running around and Worthy just
Perfect.
running a 4-2 down the field.
And they got Hollywood Brown now.
Yeah.
More speed.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that to me is like,
They're going back
Worthy,
to their old ways.
Isn't Worthy kind of that exact same player? Like, aren't him and Brown like?
Yeah, but how do you guard 2 of them?
Well, they also got Sky Moore, and they like him a lot.
Yeah, but they
I don't
also
know.
A
I can
lot.
see it
but they
happening.
also have struggled with the last 2 years with not having real
True.
weapons. And
I hope Worthy
I
goes
think they're
further
tired of that.
and doesn't go to the Chiefs because that
And-
scares the crap out of me.
Oh
and-
God, I would hate it.
And they don't have. It's not like they have the free agent money to go sign big wide receivers. So they're going to take some of these. I don't think they're going to pass up on any of these studs when they can get them on a rookie contract, either,
Right.
because they don't have the
Right.
salary.
And Pat Mahomes can make you great.
Oh yeah. Oh,
And I understand what you're saying about maybe taking plays off and this and that. If you're, it's like when you team up with Tom Brady, you are going to perform your best at all times because when he talks, you're gonna fucking listen because he's Pat Mahomes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so that's one thing about when these quarterbacks are, when you really respect them, you're gonna play. I mean, if Pat Mahomes says he don't want you to get the ball, you ain't getting the ball. That's just what it is,
Sure.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Worthy to the Chiefs scares the living crap out of me, to be honest with you. I hope it doesn't
I
happen.
would absolutely hate it. Also, I could see them drafting the tight end from Texas and just having him learn. He just seems more like I thought he was just a really big athletic freak, but he just seems kind of like more of a chain by chain, got like a
And he's not as athletic as I thought either.
right.
He
Yeah.
bench pressed 9 pounds, 9 times.
He
He
just
did
seems, man,
225
like
9 times.
huh?
He did 225 9 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I could literally go do that right now. And I'm old and fat and
I
not
think
an athlete.
I think if he maybe fell back to him in the second round, maybe I
I don't think he's going to be there. That first round, I mean, I would love for him to go. Like maybe
know.
somebody like Green Bay or Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay got a tight end.
He also scored like 2 touchdowns this season. So
yeah, but that's not always your fault.
no, it's not. I'm just saying you didn't either. It was his fault or Sark didn't use him.
He
right.
made some great catches, man.
Oh
He
no,
made
for
some
sure, for sure.
I think he's the second best tight end in the draft. But
easily.
how much are they going to really put on that?
Oh man, I don't know about easily, man, because there's a kid, man, from Penn State, I want to say. Dude, I watch his tape. He's a stud. I would not be surprised if the Penn State tight end goes as the second tight end drafted. I would not be shocked.
Yeah.
I think his name is Theo Johnson.
One thing too, we go back to the systems. Sanders, he's not a good blocker, but a lot of these tight ends these days aren't. So
Awful.
It's not like when when I played, like you blocked 80% of the time. Like that's
Right.
not what it is anymore. But
yeah,
this I was looking to try to find where they have Sanders mocked, and obviously there's a million mocks, but this one on one of the NFL insiders has Harrison at 4, Malik Neighbors at 5, has Odunze going 6 to the Giants.
Oh wow,
bro, Odunze, he, in my opinion, I think he's the best receiver.
Has Brock
Odunze, I'll take Odunze over Harrison. 100%.
I'll take him over Neighbors. I'm with Cole, man. I think Neighbors is.
No, yeah. Well, I think
yeah.
I think Neighbors is number 1, but I'll take Odunze over Harrison.
I think Odunze is like Chase, but I think Neighbors is like Justin Jefferson, like silky smooth routes, just great catches, crazy catches.
Who would you compare Harrison to?
Harrison to me is like Julio Jones or like AJ Green.
So you would go Neighbors, Harrison, and then Odunze?
Yes.
I would too.
Yes.
But this one has Brock Bowers.
I think they're all good.
Yeah.
To who?
The Jets.
The Jets.
Brock Bowers.
Wow, really?
And then it has the Vikings being able to stay put and get JJ at 11. Let's see. Has Penix going 16 to Seattle.
That'd be good. He can learn from Geno for a year.
Back to Washington.
And that's where his OC's at now.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one has Murphy going 17 to the Jags to link up with Armstead up in the middle. Bo Nix 19 to the Rams. Could see that. Let's see. Cowboys taking the Washington O lineman Troy.
And I
like him.
I am so interested to see where Sweat goes. Like I
think he'll go mid-second.
Yeah.
Same. He'll go mid to late too. But what team is so freaking key? If you
somebody just needs a nose guard,
just a big old yes. You put him on like the Browns with like where he can create space for Miles, dude. Holy crap!
By the way, T.J. Watt should have won the MVP last year.
Yeah. I don't know about MVP, but
defensive.
Defensive.
I mean,
defensive player of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was looking at him compared to Garrett, and it's not even close.
No.
Then this other one has Brock Bowers going at 10 to the Jets too.
Where they have Sanders going?
So I'm trying to. I had to go and find one that wasn't.
I
just
keep
first
seeing
round.
him, man, going like round 2. I saw one where he was mid round 2 to the Chargers.
The ones I've seen is for Mitchell is either going to be the Bills if Brian Thomas gets drafted before the Bills pick. So I saw one Brian Thomas gets drafted to the Cardinals at 27 and then Mitchell 28. Then I saw one where the Bills take Mitchell. So
Man,
let's see.
I'll tell you what, JT Sanders averaged 15.5 yards a catch. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Damn, this one has
He's gonna get the ball in the red zone.
excellent open field blocker.
this one has Tavondre Sweat going 39 to the Panthers.
You're like,
When he wants to, he can. But
This one has Sweat going 39 to the Panthers, but has Worthy going 49 to the Bengals midway.
See,
that'd be dirty.
I could see him either going mid to late first for his speed or him dropping.
I think if he doesn't go to Kansas City, he's probably going to drop to mid second or something like that. Because I just think Kansas City, if Patrick Mahomes wants him, like they'll get him.
Bro.
You know,
This one has Sanders going third round as the third tight end.
Damn. I could also
should have came back.
Imagine.
They said he thought about it, but
I don't know.
Hope, what time do you have to get off?
Probably about 5 more minutes or so.
Okay, Coop, you want to bring
Yeah,
up?
I can list off some rules, and then y'all can give me y'all's thoughts about them. Okay.
hate them all.
Well, the first one is can't use any part of your helmet for any part of contact. Okay. It was just the crown of your helmet. Now it's your face mask. It's any part of your helmet in any tackle.
Is that on offense too? So if I'm a running back and I lower my head, can
I'm
I
just saying,
not knock
I don't
you
know.
out anymore?
I don't know, but
the game so hard.
You can't tackle, bro.
No.
I'm getting
And with the hip drop and all that stuff.
Well, I'm
it's
getting
like,
to that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was bad. You can't any part of your helmet, bro, your face mask. You can't freaking go and hit someone with a freaking face mask. Like, what is that?
That's how you're kind of taught. Like,
yeah, exactly. Okay, next one. Not that big of a deal. Tripping, 15-yard penalty now. Next one. All failed fourth down plays are booth reviewed. So anytime a fourth down play is failed, right to the booth.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
it's important.
Most of the time,
unless it just fucking takes forever and ever.
Well, that's the thing. Most of them, if they,
they're already ready.
Yeah, if they drop them, a yard behind, it's like, okay,
Yeah. Next one, I'm curious what y'all think about this. Going to the XFL kickoff rules. What do y'all think about that?
I hated it at first, but I've seen more on it, and it probably is going to be more action.
Same.
Like there's going to be a lot more.
It takes away, like you're going to see a return.
Yeah,
a
most
lot
of the time.
Most of the time, you'll see a return.
I listened to on Pat's show the Saints special teams guy.
Yeah, he's wild, isn't he?
That's the one that kind of came up with it. Well, obviously, the XFL dude apparently is pissed that he's not getting any credit for it. But the Saints guy brought up how because they're doing it different. XFL, they all line up right here, one line, and then the returner. They're doing the NFL's and the graphic they showed on Pat's show was good. It's like the one line, and then it's two blockers.
Yeah.
It's maybe 2-1-1 or 3-2-1.
That are back a little more.
I think it's 3-2-1 that are back. Yeah.
You have like a 5-yard buffer.
Yep.
You have to have so many on the line.
Under like 10 yards away still.
Yeah, I think it's five or maybe 10. Yeah.
I think it's 5 actually.
Yeah. And like the whole landing zone.
Yeah, and you have 2 returners still on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So both you'll probably see some stuff with that too. So
And you get penalized if you kick it in the end zone. They have to get it at the 35.
Yes.
Or if you
Something
miss
like
the
that.
zone, you get it like
What? At the
So-
35?
so if you miss the zone, it's a big penalty. Like they want returns.
The landing zone is from the goal line to the 20-yard
20.
line. Obviously, they kick off from the 35 still. The kickoff, the Finn team starts on the, let's see, what 40-yard line.
It'll be kickoff starts on the 40.
That's what I just said.
The return team starts on the 35. Yeah,
that's
the 35.
But they have a couple dudes that can start back behind.
Can start like a couple yards back, right?
Correct. But that's the landing zone, and I'm trying to see what the exact rules are.
I think if it goes in the end zone, it's like the 30, and if it goes before the landing zone,
I got it. So a touchback will be granted at the 40-yard line if the ball does not pass the 20-yard line.
yeah.
And then
If you're short, if you kick it
touchback
short,
will be granted to the 30-yard line if the ball is kicked into the end zone.
yeah.
And then touchback will be granted to the 20-yard line if the ball first lands in the field of play before rolling in the end zone. So you can land it on the 5-yard line because it's in the zone. And if it rolls in, then you only get on the 20.
If the guys let it go.
Because that means you should catch it. Correct. So you lose 5 yards. The way you usually, so yeah.
They're trying to get more people to return, but but they're being safety about it for, you can't get a running start really, so
I think it's just wild that they just immediately said yes. Like, why not try it out?
Unanimous.
How are they going
Try
to
it out
in
in preseason?
I think you have to declare it.
You have to say
we are kicking off
onside kicks. You have to say I'm doing an onside kick, and then it's like a normal onside kick.
There's no surprise onside.
No surprise onside kicks.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do it when it's set up like that.
That's ridiculous.
So you have to declare an onside.
So
that's going to be weird too.
The kicker is no longer permitted to pass the yard line. Whatever, I don't know what that means. Before players on the kicking team can no longer tackle the returner until he has passed the yard line. I guess that I don't know what the yard line means, but that's what that says.
And I don't think the kicker can pass like that zone where they start until the return is actually started. I mean, if you had a kicker that was just kicking and running as fast as he could.
I think it's going to be creative. And they mentioned it too. Like, you get in the fourth quarter late in the game, like Dolphins, for example, like they're going to go throw back Tyreek Hill. Like
goodness.
Like teams are going to do that. Like they're going to practice plays to where there's reverses with those guys.
Special teams coaches actually have to do their job. You know what I'm saying? They have to figure some stuff out.
You line a Hill back up, no one's going to touch that little fucker.
Yeah, I'd put him back there every time.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
that's wild.
I don't know if they'll get to that point, but definitely in the fourth quarter, close game.
What if Worthy gets drafted for that? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all think about that?
He's a returner. I was just.
Oh, that's why Keelan Robinson is going to get drafted now. 100%.
Drafted?
Yes.
Or on a team?
Drafted. He's going to get drafted.
He had a good combine.
Hot take.
Good pro day.
Because they need teams are going to want specialized returners now for that reason.
Real quick, last thing that I had this thought. As much as I talk shit about Texas and I hit on Texas, it just feels right that y'all have actual draft prospects now.
Yeah.
And there's 4, 5, 6 kids who are legitimate prospects. Finally.
There could be 9 or 10 drafts.
Took long enough, right, Cope?
Because you still got Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
He's going to probably be a second round pick.
He is going to the Cowboys. That's the lock of the draft right there. Brooks to the Cowboys. Watch.
Yeah, Brooks, Jalen Ford probably be a 3rd or 4th round.
Yeah.
Let me hit this one last one that I got. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit, but the no hip drop tackles. Let me tell you the problem I have with this one. How are the DBs, the corners and the safeties, going to tackle a guy like Derrick Henry?
Saquon, yeah.
Or Saquon How the hell you expect those guys to tackle them?
So
And it's not always planned. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
if there's intent to break your leg, okay. But that's not what most of these guys, like you said, are 175
They're
and
just trying to
80
get them
pounds.
down. That's how they can get them down.
Yeah,
From-
man.
They're not
From
going
what-
to form tackle Derrick Henry. It's just not going to happen.
From what I heard
Sorry.
that they said on the Pat show was more of like the NFL is kind of just doing it to like wake up some of these coaches to like actually teach like tackling, and they're not going to be as hard on it. Like you said, it's going to be in those more cases where it may not get penalized during the game. It's going to be like an after the game's over type of like fine. But it's really from what they were saying at the coaches meetings is like the NFL kind of just like threatening for these coaches to like actually like start teaching good form and all that kind of stuff.
Right. But
Right.
also, when you're in game time and you're trying to tackle Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry, you're just trying to get them to the ground at the end of the day.
I'm trying
You know what
not
I'm
to
saying?
get
You're not
trucked.
thinking about the
And-
correct form to tackle the guy. You're trying to get him
And-
to the ground.
One thing that I could be wrong about, but I did read something about it. I think that we saw hip drop and we just kind of thought I think they're talking more of when you hip drop and you
And
bring
just
them
come straight down.
roll on. Yes, it's the process after that they took
And
out.
I'll
I don't
be
know
curious to
if
see what they call that on. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Because
right.
it's two sides.
like yes, it
The
changes,
start of the
but
season is going to be
that
brutal.
does hurt a lot of players, man. So I'm like, yeah,
But if a guy is in front of you and a receiver's running or whatever and catches it like that,
right.
and at the same time you're tackling and you know, I mean, some of them, the ones that they showed on that video, I was like, he made a tackle.
No,
and he
right.
just kind of
Like,
came
how-
down on him.
How
Like,
can he make right? But at the same time, like Cade said, they don't teach that.
and they
That's
teach you to tackle them, but bro, you can't always square up perfect.
yeah,
form,
it's
head up.
the heat of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's,
Well, that, but like apparently there's some coaches in the league that like teach that to like an extreme of like
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what Schefter said over there.
it
Yeah, well,
pissed a
Adam
lot of
Here's
people
Schefter-
off.
here's the other
works
thing
for the
too. They're
NFL.
doing this for people not to get hurt, but O linemen can still go take out people's legs. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't get people hurt. Like,
Yeah.
Well, and cornerbacks can't go down low on those linemen, so they
I
just
know.
got to take
what do
the
you
hit.
just take a fucking pancake? You just take pancake?
It's like when I was younger, like the cornerbacks, they taught if you got a guy pulling on you or something, just make a ball, get down and
Oh,
trip him
yeah.
up and make a pile.
Like,
you
no,
know?
you're
Oh,
supposed
right.
to get pancaked. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Right.
you gotta take that.
Like,
All
I
right.
don't know.
I would have
Kobe
loved to
Adams-
come out
Kobe
on
Adam
you, boy.
Sherry. Thanks for joining us. We know you got to go.
Thank you. Yeah, man. I have to be a dad, so
Hopefully we'll see you next Thursday.
y'all will see.
Teach
I
him that
enjoy
hip drop
Kobe on the
tackle.
pod, man.
It'll come back around.
I enjoy it, bro.
By the time
I
he's in
enjoy
high
it.
school, that'll be the only way to tackle. Get him.
No, I'll be flag football by then. Listen, y'all think I'm crazy. It's gonna be flag football by
It
then.
might
Y'all
be.
think I'm crazy.
Real quick, last thing. This was the happiest I have been as a dad. Handed this kid a bat, dude. He hit a wiffle ball. He made contact with a wiffle ball. I
There you
about
go.
had a heart attack. I
But
was so happy.
baseball,
Yes. What? Oh God, here we go. All right. See y'all next week.
Good
I
job,
don't wanna
Kobe.
do
I'm
this,
proud of you, bro.
Mark.
That's a good proud moment right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was happy, dude.
That's
Dude,
cool,
he
that's
he
cool.
made contact. I was like, oh boy.
but it's baseball. So no, congratulations. I'm just joking. man.
I would rather get paid in baseball, honestly.
Oh yeah, they get paid.
They
They can
get paid
gamble.
way
Hey,
too
all you
much.
got to have is an interpreter, and you can gamble all you want. You know.
Shohei
Hey,
Ohtani.
that is crazy.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but
Sure.
see y'all
See
boys
you,
later.
Kobe.
See you later,
Thanks,
All right,
bro.
Coach.
boys.
Yep.
Later.
All right. That was the man. Kobe.
We can talk about that
Adam
now,
Sherry.
though. What do you think about that, man?
What?
Shohei.
He's definitely betting.
That's what I think.
I don't like him. I don't like him as a
You
person
don't-
anyway. So
don't
I
just
don't.
know-
You don't know nothing about him,
Well,
bro.
I
He
don't
ain't
like
never
him.
said a
I
fucking
just
word
don't
in
like him
English.
like in general. So I really don't care if he gets caught. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do that. Major League Baseball does not want anything around that dude. That's
They're not going to let anything get around him either.
no.
No shot. They're going to pay the translator $4 more million.
He's already got Shohei's already paid him. Said, look, go back to Japan or where Korea, and don't worry, I got your house, I got everything. You got to take the fall.
Yep.
And he said, okay, cool.
It was definitely him, but like how Shohei's not like a gambling dude. I've seen obviously like people have tried to post videos like Shohei trying to blow games, whatnot, whatever. But not looking at that, but like just Shohei not being like a betting guy. There was videos of him
in the dugout. That one in the dugout where they were trying
next to his translator, and you definitely bet.
Hey, did you see the one? I don't know if it's true or not because it's all social media, but there was $1 million bet when he was pitching for the other team to score like over 8, and the other team was like -3 or +3.5 or whatever, and he gave up like 8 runs.
Damn.
Did you see that? It was supposedly $1 million bet put over there in Korea.
That's weird.
And I think he gave up like 6 or 7 runs in like 3 innings. But I don't know if that's real, but
yeah, you could also give up that, just on a bad day or whatever.
Or it could just be somebody lying. I mean,
True.
found a game where he got smoked and said, "Oh, there was a bet in China."
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Well, before we wrap it up, we got figuring out the 40, of course. Let's see. I'll start it off with since I got some spring updates that came out today.
Hey man, the insider guys like Bobby, he's giddy. Bobby Burton is giddy, man. Like he's like this team, all those guys over there on Texas, they're giddy. They're like, this is what it's supposed to look like. It hadn't looked like this since
till I read this.
Colt was there.
You wait till I read this.
Okay.
So five. This is offensive side, and then we'll go over to the defensive side. But
let me put on. Hold on. Let me put this on because I got to get serious here. All right, let's go.
There you go.
5.
Let's go.
Figuring out the 40, baby.
5
Welcome.
practices in to the 15 workouts. Significant scrimmage coming up a week from Saturday. Started off with Big Boy's favorite group, the offensive line. Obviously, 4 starters returning with junior Cameron Williams is the one to beat at right tackle. He's received some praise from Sark about dropping his weight. Still needs to drop some. Says one source said Williams struggles in pass protection against the faster rushers on the team like Anthony Hill, Colin Simmons, or Trey Moore, which may be a testament to the talent of those dudes. But if Williams does struggle, look for Flood to move Hayden Connor to right tackle, and then that would give Nito, I don't know how to say his last name.
Neto.
Yes, moving into
Amazulu
and that will start at left guard. He'll pop in the starting job over there. But it's pretty much Cam Williams' job to lose. And then
I think real quick. I just think because a lot of them have said he needs to drop about 15 to be right. And I think a lot of that is, hey, this summer you need to drop 15. Like if you want to play,
And the thing is, like if it doesn't, Nito's. I mean, he hasn't got too much run, but he's talented.
Yeah.
I think Connor would be fine over at right tackle. But Chip said that there's been a ton of confidence and great things about old DJ on the line. Improved his strength and his confidence is massive. Everyone's been talking about Banks obviously leaving early after this season, but that could very well be an option for DJ as well. Center Majors, obviously, with Cole Hudson backing him up. Connor's been getting some looks at number 3. And then the true freshman, which they're really high on, obviously just been 4th.
Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz. And then Connor Robinson is supposedly struggling with some nagging injuries that could limit him going forward. But that the redshirt freshman O-lineman Kirkland, Gosby, Kojo, and Jaden Chapman are all progressing well as the next wave on the O-line. But the source also said.
And when you say Connor, you mean Connor Stroh?
No, it's Andre Kojo.
No, but the first guy.
No,
you said
Connor Robertson.
Robertson.
Sorry, yeah.
Castro, he's big, man.
Yeah,
That dude is the biggest
yeah,
dude.
he's just young.
Yeah.
And then it said the source added it might be difficult to keep all of them when the May portal window opens.
Yeah.
In regards to those redshirt freshmen O linemen, because there's so many of them and so many talented freshmen that came in part of it.
And sophomores.
Yeah, sophomore Malik Agbo is once again serving as the sixth, as the tight end, sixth offensive lineman in the package. And then there's a lot of excitement, obviously, about Cruz we talked about, and then obviously Brandon Baker at tackle. So that's O-line. And then running back, definitely the strongest and deepest position on the team. Obviously, CJ and Jaden Blue are the 1-2 punch, and they're only getting better. And then sophomore Trey Wisner has been third.
Yeah.
He's
they say you ain't going to keep him off the field. He's going to play. Like he's
running. Yeah, he's been running third in drills through 5 practices and embodies the running with violence that Coach Choice preaches. Early enrollee freshman Christian Clark, who Choice compared to Bijan Robinson, and Jarrett Gibson, who Choice compared to Roshan Johnson, are both off to a fast start. Savion Red, 5'10", 240.
They showed his 240, and he
needs to drop some weight, is what it says.
He looked a little 6th Street-ish.
Tight end, obviously Gunnar Helm, become a vocal leader on the offense and is putting the work to become a complete tight end in terms of blocking as well and pass catching. Alabama junior Amari Nickelblack can really run.
Hold on, pause.
Black, sorry.
Be careful. We don't want to get kicked off. It's Black, okay?
Amari Black.
Thank you.
And then Juan Davis.
They say Juan Davis is looking good, man.
Yeah, that's what a pleasant surprise.
Because you remember he was in the portal for a day.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm leaving. But and who's the freshman?
Well, there's redshirt freshman Spencer Shannon, and then the early enrollee freshman is Jordan Washington.
They say he's looking very good. Yeah. Like a true tight end.
Yep.
Like this kid was built to he played tight end all through. Like they were talking about Sanders in that. Like, Sanders wasn't a tight end in high school.
Yeah.
And so when he came in, he was totally raw. They say this kid is 10 times like in front of him because of him playing it his whole life.
Yeah. He's been there. Yeah.
Wide receiver, obviously, they compared it to the team's edge position. Very, very talented with players who are just trying to find a role. In Sark's offense, obviously speed everywhere, literally everywhere. And Bolden's not even there yet. But Bond, Cook, Golden, Moore, and Butler are probably off to the best starts through the 5 spring practices. Butler is the Aaron Butler, the early enrollee freshman that signed really late.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously DeAndre Moore is who Jay Witt calls him his mini-me. So those dudes. And then let's see. That's
in a lot of things I've heard. That's what one of the biggest impressions it has been DeAndre Moore.
Yep.
And Golden.
Yep. And then obviously coaches love the upside of Wingo, but Chris Jackson been riding Wingo hard for not running routes at like the correct depth and just small things like that.
They've from what I've heard, they said that you can tell that kid is like different than everybody. You know what I mean? He's different. Like it's one of those.
Just needs a couple little.
Just get it right.
Action, like get going. Quinn said on Wednesday that Cook and Moore are being looked at to step up and lead a room in the wide receiver room. Whittington said Moore is most likely to emerge as that leader. So
Jordan loves him, huh?
Yeah, he does. He loves Moore. So true sophomore, obviously. So we'll see what happens there. It's
Cook too, man. We need Cook.
He's gonna get his time. He kind of was like in the shadow last year.
Cook's gonna be top 3 for sure. It's if Moore can get into that top 5.
If Sark uses them, man, you know Sark, dude.
Yeah, I think, but like you said earlier, like this is like they got the dudes now. Like they're ready. And think back to when at Bama when they had dudes like this, like he used 5 guys and tight ends. So
and the guy from Bama you haven't even mentioned.
Isaiah Bond.
Bond, yeah. It's gonna be Bond, Cook, and somebody else.
yeah, well that's what I said. But Bond,
Who plays slot there though?
Bond,
Out
Cook,
of those.
Golden.
Yeah, it'll be Golden or Moore or somebody like
Bond,
that.
Cook, Golden, and Moore. Those are the top 4.
Yeah.
And then
So you got Cook and Bond on the outsides.
correct, and Golden and Moore in the middle.
Okay.
And from what I was listening to, they said it might come down to the things that Jay Witt did good, which was block and stuff like that. And they don't have a guy that's really like, oh, he's that dude that's going to get you and block.
Yeah,
so that might be Moore's ticket in there if
he can block. That is true. That's a good point because Sark did run a bunch of those plays where that receiver has to go out.
You have to block.
If you miss that block, that play's blown up.
Yeah. And we'll see what Silas Bolden does. He's not there. He's not there till the summer. So
which is wild, man. He's coming in. Yeah. You come in behind, man. It's tough.
Yeah. And then lastly, we'll go to the quarterback. Probably one of the top quarterback rooms in the country. When it comes to that side of things, obviously we know who the 3 are. Big Boy tried saying the other day that Trey Owens is ahead of Arch Manning. But hey,
they like what he's doing though. They said Trey Owens is looking good, man.
We'll see. I think that's the one that's like most people can kind of like you kind of know what you're gonna get from that room. So
yeah, we'll see. I've said it and I'll say it till the season started. This is Quinn's year, man. If he's not in New York and he's not a top 5 pick, something went wrong. This is Quinn. I mean, this is it, man.
Yeah.
This is there's no more, oh, he didn't play as a senior and oh, he got hurt, this and that, he's young. Oh, no, this is it. You've been in the system 3 years. You should know it like the back of your hand. It's time to go, man. It's time for you to make these receivers better. And I think last year the receivers made him better. Yeah. It needs to be the other way around this year. He needs to be that guy.
I think it will, though. I think it will.
The way he's improved and the way they're talking, he has. They're saying and again, this is against his own players and against air a lot of times. But they said his deep ball is looking good. Like we're going to go down the field this year.
I saw a couple of those videos.
I saw one today with Bond
and Cook.
I was like, it's great.
Those are going to be the main 2. And real quick, run through the defense before we wrap it up with the rest of big boys. Obviously, D-line, Collins, Vernon. I should say D tackles. I mean
D tackle.
Collins, Vernon. Arizona transfers kind of going to provide some experience and backup for that. And then there's time and belief that players such as Bledsoe, Aaron Bryant, and even early enrollee Alex January can.
They said January is looking good, and
they're starting to say that Sadir Mitchell's starting to turn around a little bit.
But he something's wrong with him. He's like sick or something, and he missed some practice. They said they can't really talk about it because of hip.
Yeah, so and it says his weight last year was 335. This year, it started spring practice was 372.
Yeah, he needs to get down a little.
So they got to do that.
Might have got the sugars or something. Maybe he's.
Yeah, we'll see. And then let's see. Then going to the edge, Sorrell's been one of the most vocal leaders on defense, and Burke has kind of been the guy lead by example for that side of the ball. Those have been the top 2 running.
Said Trey Moore is leading. He came in with no bullshit aside, and Trey Moore is that guy.
Yeah. So and it says that these 2, that Burke and Sorrell have been the 2 because they are such excellent run defenders, and they can also kind of rush the passer. But I mean, it's loaded. So this shows the position group 2 years ago in the spring was Sorrell, Justice Finkley, Ovi, Prince Dorba, DJ Harris, Jordan Thomas, and David. I don't know how to say his last name. And you'll notice you only hear 2 of those names in this now is Sorrell, Burke, Finkley. Then you got your boy Tapp. You got redshirt freshman Billy Walton. You got redshirt freshman the Akana.
Yeah.
You got redshirt freshman Colton Vasic, as well as newcomers Trey Moore, Colin Simmons, and early enrollee Zena.
That's a lot of deep. You know what I thought about Valsic? Man, if there's any way he could get up to like 295, 300 and play D tackle next year.
He's 6'5".
He's a big, strong-looking dude, man.
I think he's the tallest one out of all of them.
No, Braden Burke, like 6'6".
6'6".
Yeah.
He's 6'6", 254. Sorrell's 6'4", 260. Vasic is 6'5", 256. And then Zena, the early enrollee, is 6'5", 255. So,
and that's the offensive lineman's brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, like you said, Trey Moore brings it. That's what the quotes say here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Going with the linebacker, obviously Anthony Hill, who looks like they're going to be starting middle linebacker, starts out, and then obviously you got Benda, Maurice Blackshire, and then Leona are those other ones trying to find out. That's pretty low.
Are they going to move them to middle, or are they having Hill as a middle right now?
So it says basically whoever forms the best tandem with Hill, whether Hill's at middle, weak side linebacker, or in a situational pass rushing role, will be on the field. So it's really whoever works the most with Anthony is who's going to play.
Blackshire he looks like a Greek god. He is so big and swole.
Yeah. It says Hill is so versatile and talented. It's just hard to see him playing one position the whole time. So that's kind of that. And then going over to the corner / star, Muhammad, obviously top. Manning, top.
He was hurt though. He hurt his hamstring.
Right hamstring. He observes Ramadan, the month in which Muslims fast, no food or drink, not even water from sun up to sundown from March 10th to April 9th. So
that might have been the hamstring. He's dehydrated.
Correct.
That's awful.
Yep. Yeah. Senior Jahade Barron has worked at field corner, kind of to push Terrence Brooks a little bit and Gavin Holmes.
They said when Muhammad was out, Holmes took over his spot. Mm-hmm. And they said Brooks is looking like he's going to solidify it.
Yeah, it says Barron has been solid at corner, but obviously Starr's kind of where
he needs to play starter, man. Yeah.
And then early enrollee freshmen Kobe Black and Wardell Mack have been very good as well. And redshirt freshman Warren Robertson, smaller dude, but he's put in a lot of work on his technique. And then the star position too, man. I mean, with Barron getting some more work at corner, you got Gilbo, who he was a starter last year. Like when the season started, he was a starter at star.
Yeah.
So he's junior, and then junior Austin Jordan.
Man, I forgot Austin Jordan was there too, dude.
Yeah. So no, the talent's there for those dudes to figure it out. And then obviously safety, well, kind of safety. Andrew Makuba has been getting work at star as well, along with Jelani McDonald. So they've got. They
say Jelani is looking like a stud.
Yeah,
and they still got Taft there.
Yeah, so for going to full-time safety, obviously Derek Williams and Taft. Texas appears to have hit on Makuba in the portal and high school recruiting with Xavier. Looks like a stud.
Bill Samid
says those 4 are the ones to beat, with McDonald and Johnson Rebel trying to make their case for the 2 deep as well. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. When you're watching practice, the safety who grabs your attention just because of his amazing arm length is freshman preferred walk-on Zinke Uman's, however you say that, the twin brother of early enrollee Xena and younger brother of Nito. So there's 3.
Oh, I didn't know he got him on the team too.
There's 3.
Oh man,
He walked on. He's safety.
That's
Twins.
crazy.
those dudes are having a time. Think about your two brothers with you.
And they're all pretty. Nito's only, I guess, redshirt sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
So, and those 2 are twins, twin freshmen.
I didn't know there was a twin brother.
I didn't either. I had no idea. But apparently,
Hey man, they're football players.
They're out the most.
Huh? Do what?
What?
Just keep talking.
Oh, the dog must be barking or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I didn't know that there was another brother there. And they said Makuba, he's second team right now, which is kind of surprising to me. But I think he'll end up starting over Tad.
So are all 3 of them brothers? Is that how it is?
Yeah.
They're all brothers, but
There's twins, and then there's the older brother.
That's crazy. That's weird.
But there were some fights in that house.
Oh yeah.
All right, you want to go run through the rest of the little sports you got?
Yeah, I'll run through the little sports I got, buddy.
Well, there's not much going on. There's only 2 sports.
Well, we got baseball.
There's 3 sports.
Yeah. Baseball got a 3-game series at Kansas State. That's number 23 this weekend. They're not doing too good, boys. I'm just going to keep it real. The 15-10 overall.
A&M and A&M Corpus Christi. How do you lose to both A&Ms?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They're 15-10 overall, 4-2 in conference. Big loss at home to A&M Corpus Christi this week. Midweek game. David Pierce, he needs to figure out the pitching, man. Fast. The team ERA is 4.06. They're I don't know, man. David Pierce took over the pitching, coaching duties too, and they're worse than they were last year. And that, to me, they have more talent. So I don't know. They got to get
the
going.
block cutting year.
The what?
So it may be the cutting year for him.
No, that's what I mean. He has to pull it up. It might be done if he continues on this. I think you're right, man. This could be it. But who knows? Again, we got Kansas State, number 23 in the nation this weekend. So we'll see. It's at Kansas State. So
the Big 12 baseball has been weird this year. Very weird.
Yeah.
TCU's like 2-7 in conference, or 2-7, 2-8, something like that. 2-9, or something weird. Like,
I think that's who they have next too.
OU swept TCU,
BYU.
and then TCU went and got swept by Oklahoma State. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's never a good recipe.
It's baseball, man. You got to come together at the right time. So, but on the bright side, softball team ranked number 2, 28-3 overall. Big conference matchup with Stillwater against top 10 Oklahoma State this weekend. And it's a warm-up for the big showdown next week, or in a week and a half, whatever you want to say, against Oklahoma.
Oh,
and it's in Austin.
Once again.
That's what I was about to look up when that was. I didn't know because OU's playing at Kansas this weekend. Yeah.
Well, then they have to come to Austin to play too.
Yeah, so
it's going to be in Austin. So
they're on the road back-to-back weekends.
Yeah. So the girls are coming off a sweep of Central Florida last weekend, and then they skunked Florida State in the midweek game before that, and that was big. So the girls are holding it down for the
just like in any sport we got the girls.
Well,
the girls carry us.
That's kind of what
you can piggyback off that into the girls. They're about to go to the freaking national championship.
Yeah, it's kind of a theme here. I will say about the boys, they lost in the second round of the tournament to Tennessee, to Rick Barnes. I wasn't very surprised.
That game was awful on both sides, though.
They had the opportunity to win that game because they held them. I mean, it was such a low-scoring game. They ended the season with 21-13 record. Maxed average 16.8. DeSue averaged 15.5. Mitchell's already talked about going pro or transferring.
Yeah, they're saying Mitchell and Hunter is either pro or transferring.
I was about to say Hunter, he could come back, but
yeah, from what
I've seen
is both of them.
he definitely needs to. If he's gonna not be at UT, he needs to be at another college because I don't know. I mean, he could go overseas maybe or whatever, but Cedric said he's coming back, right?
Yep.
So
Cedric Weaver will be back.
my boy Weaver, just get your shot down, and you'll be a all SEC if you get your shot down. Seriously, that's all he needs, man.
Speaking of March Madness, real quick, halftime, Clemson, number 6, playing number 2, Arizona. Clemson up 39-31. So little interesting one.
I haven't checked my bracket. I don't know. I know I was up good, and then I was way down. So
yeah, I'll have a little bracket update for you right after you're done.
Okay. Well, let's go to the good basketball team we got. We're in the Sweet 16, the girls against Gonzaga. I guess it will be tonight when you're watching this, the 29th in Portland, Oregon. Madison Booker continues her dominance. She had 21 against Alabama.
Good dog.
Yeah, and Aaliyah Moore also had 21 against Alabama.
Yeah.
They enter this game as a 5.5-point favorite. The winner will play the winner of North Carolina State and Stanford. So, it's let's hope the girls
The girls are going to pick us up, man.
They can win the next two and be in the Final Four.
They normally pick us up, so we're used to that around here.
Yeah, they're looking good, man. And then I think on their side of the bracket, it's not LSU or Iowa. It's USC is on their side of the bracket if they are to make the Final Four.
Stanford too.
Well, Stanford will be next game. If Stanford will be in the Elite Eight if they make it.
Well, looking at the men's real quick bracket, in our group total, we got 18 entries for our.
I think I'm like 16, group. Man. It's not good.
I'm not doing great either.
We got an outright leader, 490 points.
Good.
97%. His max is only 1570 though. Then you got me in second, 480, 95.6%. But my max is 1760, so almost 200 points higher. Let's see where Hoop is.
I'm struggling. I think I'm at like 54% or something.
Hoop's perfect is at 410, 54%, 1530 max. Big boys bracket, 14th in there. 390, 42%, 1390 remaining max. So
I can still make a run. I saw in every game.
As long as
if it went right, I could be all in the Elite Eight.
As long as as long as the team you pick the wins it all, then who cares, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, come on, H-Town.
Yeah, which a lot of people are in our bracket.
Who do you got?
I'm the only one who has Creighton.
Who do you got, Coop?
The Tar Heels.
Tar Heels. I'm the only one in all my brackets I know work everywhere. Like I'm at the top, the little other one for some moolah at the top. Only one with Creighton winning it. So
if Creighton wins it, you got it. Yeah.
If they can win it, yeah.
They should have lost to Oregon, but
shoulda, coulda, woulda. But they did.
It just shows you who the real team is, Coop. Bunch of white boys hooping in the second overtime, making baskets.
They should have lost to Oregon, so those dreams should have been crushed. But I guess you can live another day. I guess.
Anything else, big boy?
No, that's all. The spring ball. I just had a little something about that. Again, hearing good things about the quarterbacks, Trey Moore and DeAndre. They're
ready
saying
for the first scrimmage. That's where it's kind of we'll get going.
Boys, I got a little tingling down in my nether regions for this season coming up.
You better go to the spring game.
I'm gonna try, man. We'll see what's going on.
There you go.
Also got other things to take care of here, buddy. But I would like to go. It's on 420. I know that. Or 421. It's on that weekend. So
420.
Yeah. So all the potheads can go watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
But Austin potheads.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just I go back to Quinn, man. This is it. This is where you become a legend. And I'm excited, man. I think he can do it. I think he understands that, man. I think Sark got him.
Yeah.
I do.
Big boy football too. It's not like big boy football. So Got some big games. Big games on there.
But we're big boy football now.
Yeah.
So like there's no excuses. Oh, it's the
100%.
SEC. Like
We're them.
they got enough. The only place I worry about to me is tight end and defensive tackle, which is a big one. So if they could get one more D tackle or Bryant or what's his name steps up.
They just need a couple depth guys to step up, be able to come on, because how much they rotate that D line. How if you can have some dudes, at least one, like you said, at least one dude behind Rodden and Collins that can step up. And if those two dudes can take the step up, like the previous seniors have the last 2 years,
Yeah,
be just fine. But
you just don't have that plug like you had. Yeah. You don't have anybody who is that 370-pound run stuff. Well, he's not that big though. I don't think he's not a plug like that. I mean, they're all, huh?
I thought he was.
No, a guy from Arizona, I think he's like 315. He that's the thing. A lot of these guys are more 3 techs, and that's the thing. But we'll see, man. Maybe that guy from Michigan will jump in the portal or something.
It comes down to people stepping up, Yeah,
and it is 100%. I like Bryant, I really do. Yeah, he's wearing number 7.
Ooh.
That's the star. That's my boy from Pflugerville. Yeah. Michael Huff said, "Here you go. Let's see what you got."
We can talk about all that, but it's just they have to step up. There's people that have to step up to create depth and at those positions. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
Trying to 100%. Find where I saw it today. They came out with the odds for SEC teams to make the playoff. I was trying to see if I can find it real quick before we got off.
Who's number 1? Georgia.
Yeah, they're like Makes minus. What was it? Or not minus? Sorry.
Were we above Ole Miss?
Yeah, UT was second.
Ole Miss is going to be good.
Ole Miss is good. Yeah, they're going to be good.
Ole Miss is going to be good.
Oh.
All right, buddy.
Got it. Odds for SEC teams to make the college football playoff: Georgia minus 500, Texas minus 230, Ole Miss minus 112, LSU plus 116, Bama plus 124, Tennessee plus 172, Missouri plus 184, Oklahoma plus 520, Auburn plus 680.
Where's A&M? Not even in it.
Not on this little stake I got. So obviously they're not better than Auburn at plus 680.
Man, I don't know. We'll see.
First year head coach.
God, I hope UT goes in there and just stops.
I mean, that just shows you there's going to be 4, maybe 5 teams in SEC to make.
Oh, they'll be, yeah.
Because like you got all those teams that are in the plus 100s: LSU, Bama, Tennessee, Missouri. One of those 4 for sure going to make it. Maybe 2 of them.
You better watch out for LSU too.
Yeah, we'll see.
Brian Kelly knows what he's doing. He's a good coach.
Yeah, but
should be interesting.
They stole our D tackle guy.
They did do that.
No, I'm good, man.
That's it. That's all I got.
I just feel educated with these glasses on.
You look educated too.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I look like a professor?
You do look like a professor. Dr. Big Boy.
Yeah. We'll see what the circumference of the. Yeah. Okay.
Follow the socials. Clips coming out every day. We're rocking and rolling. We're coming. Hopefully Kobe joins us next week. Getting closer to NFL draft. We'll break down March Madness. I think we'll get through. After this, what is it?
You didn't do your hold 'em or stay 'em or whatever.
Coop's thing is leaving or staying. I don't know if that may be discontinued.
It's hard because I did all the work and Coop then there's just so much.
All his work before free agency opened, which was a little dumb.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
We'll know. I'll know better for next year.
Hey, and I do want the public here. Go look at stats. Go look at the stats. from what I was speaking about last week, because you're going to be very surprised.
You got some hate, big boy. You got some hate.
That's fine. But most of those, it's the easy thing to do. The hard thing is to look at reality.
Big boy got some hate on
Right.
this social media. Big boy got called some names on this social media. But yeah, for sure.
I can take it.
Big
These,
time.
like Randy Moss said, these shoulders are big. I can take a lot.
Well, like, subscribe. What else I gotta do, big boy?
Ring that bell.
Ring it. Ring it.
Thank you.
We'll see you next Thursday or next Friday. Sorry, we record on Thursday. Sorry about that. We'll see you next Friday on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. Hopefully joined with Kobe again, getting closer to NFL draft, NFL season. Always something new coming.
And we're about to start back up on the interviews too. So
Hopefully starting our girls segment next week as well. We'll see what special guests we got joining us. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, have a great rest of the weekend full of sports. MLB opening weekend. We'll talk about it next week, though.